Kevin McCullough.
Welcome back to New York. It is our effort to do good night at That Kevin Show. And I'm so excited because the lives that we will liberate tonight will actually see a complete transformation. They have been in the darkest hell that you can imagine for the last number of years. If they were taken in as a young girl, they've been in slavery for 10, 15, maybe 20 years in some cases. Todd Chapman is back with us from the mothership at CSI, and they're involved in liberating lives in like 18 different countries, Todd. But the most compelling stories are the ones that they get at the end of these slave retrievals. And I know that from that batch of people that were just liberated in November, you're already aware of at least a few of those.
Yeah, we're getting the stories. We liberated 350 women on this most recent endeavor. That was in November. And so we've been interviewing them, capturing their stories. We actually had a video crew that was there for the Liberation Walk home. And so that's exciting. We're going through the footage. Stories are beginning to come out. And I wanted to just share the story of a book. She is a young mother, actually. She's carrying her unwed child. More on that in just a moment. But she just wrapped up in November a 15-day walking journey into freedom, a journey that she had been praying for many, many years. She was abducted, like many of these slaves, as a young girl. And then she was relegated to just a life of complete abuse and forced labor. She was forced to give up her Christian name and take a Muslim name. She basically they said, you have no South Sudanese Christian identity anymore. You're now going to be called this person. You'll, forced into something she didn't believe. But when your life is at risk, you pretend to do what you have to do, I suppose, to survive. In November of just last month, she came into freedom. One of the things she shared with us, the most traumatic day of all of her years of captivity, was when she was out fetching water, and she was gang raped by a group of Arab men, and she got she got pregnant because of that, and that is the child that she is carrying in her womb right now. And but even though that child is a product of a very heinous act, she has purpose in her heart, and I think this is so beautiful. She says, you know what? This is the child, regardless of the circumstance, that God ordained that I should have, and I'm going to love this baby. I'm going to bring this child up, and in a peaceful environment, in freedom. And so it's just a beautiful story of redemption, and just one of 350 stories that you had a hand and a heart in helping to tell just this year alone, not to mention the ones that Kevin mentioned earlier. And so a book, that's one story. There's so many more that you can have a hand in writing right now as we rescue these at least 16 more women. And oftentimes, Kevin, we talked about this in an earlier segment, we're also able to affect the rescue now of children. That's been a challenge for a number of years, but we're getting some traction in that area now. And, you think there's been tens of thousands of these women that have been in slavery for years now. And many of them, like a book, they had children, oftentimes with their slave masters. And so we've always wanted to try to get those kids out, haven't been able to do so until this year. We're finally getting open doors for that to begin to happen. We're so excited about that. But you think about it, thousands of women abducted, they've had children. Now we've got multiple generations of people that are enslaved. And so thanks to you again, we can free them. So thank you for your generosity.
At the worst point of slavery, Sudan had about 185,000 slaves from the South that they had in captivity. And because of CSI, over the years, we've been able to liberate close to, I think, right around 150,000. We think there's 35, maybe 40,000 that are still in captivity. Some of that is the children. Some of that is the women that are still there. But friends, your gift tonight liberates a life, and that life continues to bear hope and bring hope. And one of the most telling things about people that are liberated through these trips is that they come to the CSI people and they say, thank God for the people in America that helped us. Thank you for the church who prayed for us. Thank you for getting us out. But please don't stop until all of them have been brought home. And so that's our commitment. That's CSI's commitment, to continue to liberate the slaves until they are all home. We want to end this slavery in our lifetime, and that's the goal. That's been the focus of the year. We're not changing that tonight. 888-342-1010. Help us. These 16 lives hang in the balance. We need your help. 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010, 888-342-1010, or go to bringherhome.org.
Christmas time, here we go. That Kevin Show.